Hi friends, welcome back. In the last video, I spoke about my 6 big takeaways from the Ultimate Health Challenge and what all I have implemented out of those. And I also told you that I too face challenges. What are the challenges that I faced and how I overcame it? Let's see what they are. When I sat through the Ultimate Health Challenge on day 1 and day 2, I felt, oh no, where I've got myself. Now, do I have to learn to make juices from these kids? I have been cooking for almost 45 years now. But trust me, it was well worth it because the method that they taught me, my juice keeps me full for almost 2 hours now. So the first and foremost thing that I had to do was I had to empty my cup. Yes, with my age also comes my experience, and when we have experience, along with it comes the subtle ego. When I'm sitting there, either judging or thinking that I already know this and things like that, I would never learn anything. I was into the program because I wanted to learn something, so I had to keep my mind open. So that I had to empty my cup. I had to start from scratch. I had to bid farewell to my ego and sit with an open mind for the program. So that is how I conquered my first challenge. The second challenge that I faced was I had to quit sugar. Wow, I can quit sugar, but how do I control my cravings for chocolates and ice creams? They are my favorite. But then, even though I was on a diabetes reversal program, that is the healing plan which they call, I did try a few of their recipes and trust me, absolutely no cravings for sugar now. What better way to lose weight than eat ice creams for breakfast and lunch? What better way to eat chocolate smoothies for dinner? Wow, isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. The third challenge that I had was I had to unlearn everything that I knew. From childhood, we have grown up in an atmosphere, we've heard all our elders tell us, eat stomach full, eat on time, don't fuss over food. All these things we've been hearing and we've been brought up. So for us, 3 meals a day, that is I'm talking of 3 grain meals a day, is something which is normal, which is routine. But now we learnt a new way that we don't need so much of grains into our body. So we just have to have 1 grain meal. Was this a challenge? Yes, because all these years having eaten three grain meals and now coming down to 1. In between, stomach used to ask for more food. But whenever during the intermittent fasting or whenever there was a craving for a grain meal, I used to eat a fruit or a vegetable and talk to my stomach and tell it that it is okay. I'm doing all these things to heal the body. So please cooperate. And actually miracles it is that once we say that, the stomach does not crave for anything for at least the next 2 or 3 hours. So that is the third challenge which I overcame. The fourth challenge was when I started having ashgard juice. Yes, lot of people say that when you have ashgard juice, you get a lot of cough, you develop cold and fever. It happened to me also. Almost 10 days into the program, I got severe fever, cold, cough and everything. It was a very big challenge because at that point I thought, let me give in, maybe this is not my cup of tea. But every time I have cough or cold, I always ensure that I take a little bit of honey with 4 or 5 tulsi leaves and it gives me instant relief. So I said, okay, no, I've embarked on this. Let me just try it. So I had tulsi and honey and within 2 or 3 days, I became much better. And then I continued with my journey. So yes, ashgard juice did create cough. And then when I heard or when I saw a lot of other videos, these people tell us that even in Ayurveda it says that whenever you start something, it increases and then only it decreases. So it was perfectly fine. So these were the challenges that I faced. And intermittent fasting is a way of fasting wherein you fast for 16 hours and you have food only for 8 hours. So your eating window is 8 hours, or it can be fasting for 14 hours and eating window can be 10 hours, or fast for 12 hours and eating window can be 12 hours. But for the healing plan, they advised a 16-hour fasting window and a 8-hour eating window, which I'm following religiously. Even during the intermittent fasting window, I used to feel hungry, and I used the same gimmick. I told my stomach, I told my mind that no means no. All this is being done for a larger cause, so please cooperate. And that's how I overcame that challenge. 2 months into this program now, absolutely no issues, no worries. My stomach does not ask for anything. I'm comfortably able to stretch my fasting window to even 18 hours and 19 hours. Another big challenge was I had to quit ghee and oil. Trust me, I have not been able to do this. Even now, whenever I have my roti, I add ghee to it. Whenever I make sabji, I add a little bit of oil and give a tadka to it. So whenever I do this, I say I'm following the 80-20 principle. Yes, friends, it's very important to follow the 80-20 rule, because if we say we are going to do 100%, then somewhere down the line we are going to give up. If we do 50-50, then we are very casual about things. So 80-20 is a good thing that has worked for me. Like when I go out with my family, when I go out with my friends, I give that 20% margin. Yes, I am taking extra care now. Wherein I used to have 3 or 4 pieces of starters, now I have only 1 piece, and things like that. I've managed a lot of things like that. But still 80-20 is a perfect thing for me to do. So I'm doing that and I'm enjoying this. For the next video, I will reserve what all I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, what is my exercise routine and things like that. But till then, let me tell you something. You are a blessing in the life of your loved ones. So take care of yourself. See you in the next video. Bye-bye till then.